Now let's start with the one more congruence rule. So before we start, we did understood SAS, side angle, side angle, and AAS. If you recall properly, so we understood side, angle, and angle, side. These three congruence rules which we already have understood. Now we are going for some more criteria, correct? For more understanding of some congruence rule, so we are going to start with this theorem called as SSS, and we can easily understand what does SSS means. That means side congruence rule. Now what does this congruence rule says? That if three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, correct? So let's try to understand. Let me draw two triangles, correct? Let's say this is one of the triangle, correct, and this is another triangle. Simple. And let's say this is ABC, and let's say PQR. Simple. Now I will go with some unification. मतलब मैं ऐसा try करूंगा कि आपको सीधे सीधा ABC और PQR ना दिखे. We'll see and we'll try to understand. So let me say this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Correct. Same way 3, 4, and 5. Correct. So how are we going to understand that के भाई यहाँ पे तीन side of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle. So we are going to start from first side AB. Correct. Now with respect to AB, which is the corresponding side which is equal from this triangle, it's going to be PR. Correct. If you remember in the first time जब मैंने आपको congruence rule सिखाया था, तो I told you that you have to move from here to here, then check angle, then move from here to here, then check angle, then this side, then angle. But in this particular criteria, we don't have angle. Angle is not given at all. Angle is not known to us. Instead of say it's given, angle is not known to us. हमें दोनों फिगर में एक भी एंगल पता ही नहीं है कि क्या है. We are just looking at the sides. That's it. Simple. So if I start with side AB, so AB is correspondingly equals to PR. Then if I go for angle, I don't know. So angle first, side I know, angle I don't know. Then I will go from B to C because I reached B and here I reached R. Then I will go from B to C. Correct. That is of distance 4 unit. So same way from R to Q is a distance of 4 unit. So let me say QR. Correct. Now I reached C and here I reached Q. Do I know this angle? No. So again one side I got, angle I don't. So angle is not known. Then I will go for the third side CA. Correct. So CA is correspondingly equals to QP. Correct. So I got one more side. Do I know angle A? No. Do I know angle P? No. So angle is not known. So with the help of these three, we get to know side. Isn't it? When we understood side, angle, side, correct, angle, side, angle. So we did the same thing now from this side, this angle, this side. So we can say this is side, angle, side. That is the known thing to us. Then when we went for angle, side, angle. So I know this angle, this side, this angle, correct. So side, angle, side. So that is how we understood those criteria as well, and this is how we understood side. So which two triangles? So let me say triangle ABC is congruent to which triangle? So we need to understand that properly. Let me rub this QR and let me write RQ. Let me follow the pattern. Correct. ABBC. So PRQ. Let me say PRQ. Now check all the corresponding sides. Are they equal? So AB, PR. Correct. BC, RQ. Correct. And AC and PQ. Correct. So we can say this is congruence triangle by these criteria, side congruence rule. Correct. So it's a very simple concept, easy to understand, easy to identify, but you need to take care of all the sides. When we have something like this, we can say that the triangles are congruent when all the sides, corresponding sides are equal. So the theorem says if three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Correct. Now side can vary. Side could be anything. Suppose the triangle is 3.4, 5.7, 5.6. same sides over here. When the two triangles having all the sides equal, then we can say those are congruent triangles. Corresponding sides equal. Make sure that, correct? I'm not talking this all the sides 5, 5, 5. This is all 5, 5, 5. Even that is going to be congruent, but when all the sides equal, it is not a big deal to think. But here the concept is, if we have a different size like this, the corresponding sides of two triangles are same, then we can say two triangles are congruent. Correct? Now, based on this criteria, we will try to understand a problem. Correct? But before we start solving a problem, I want to show you one more congruence rule जो हमें और help करेगा to understand few more problems. Correct? So before we go for that particular next congruence rule, you can pause the video and note it down. Now let's have a look at towards the next congruence rule. So this is the last one. As I started this chapter, I told you we are going to see side, angle, angle, side, S, and RHS. So this is the last congruence rule which we are going to have. So what does it says? If in two right triangles, now this is very important. Two right triangles means we need to have two triangles in such a way they are right angles. We need two triangles in such a way they are right angles. So if in two triangles the hypotenuse and one side of a triangle are equal, if in two right triangles the hypotenuse and one side of a triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and one side of another triangle, then two triangles are congruent. So first of all, we know this is 90 degree. So this is going to be hypotenuse. This is 90. So the opposite angle to that is hypotenuse. So these two should be equal and one of the side. Correct? कोई भी चलेगी. It could be this one or something else. For us, let's say this is the one. है ना? So let me give the name. So let's say this is triangle ABC. Let's say this is P, R and Q. Correct? Now we need to pay attention to what we are trying to do. So for us, let's start with the point A. Correct? As we did in the earlier steps, ऐसे ही करेंगे. Let's start with point A. So do I know at angle A? No. So P का भी angle नहीं पता. Now let's go for the side AB. Do I know the side AB? No. Side AB भी नहीं पता. Do I know the angle B? Yes. Angle B, and correspondingly which angle is over here? 90? R. So angle B and angle R both are right angles, so 90 degree. First criteria I got. So one angle I got. Correct. Then if you look for this angle, we'll say right angle, so that is why we use R. Correct. Now let's say BC. So we know that we have considered that BC is the corresponding side, one of the side, which is equals to RP. Correct. These are two equal. Do we know angle A? So we got to know this side. Correct. Do we know this angle C? No. यहाँ पे angle भी नहीं पता है. Correct. This is only we know. And we know side CA will be equals to. Now we need to pay attention. Correct. We went from B to C. So here R to P. We don't know angle C and P. Then we went from C to A. So here we will go from P to Q. Correct. So this side we know. Do we know angle A? No. Starting ही क्या था? So which three things we know? एक तो right angle, एक side और ये दूसरी side. But when you look at this side, ना this side is hypotenuse. This side is hypotenuse, so that is why we can say triangle ABC is congruent to. Correct. A के साथ resemble हो रहा है Q. So this is QRP. Check करेंगे, है ना? See why I am taking this indistinct. मैं चाहूँ तो इसको simply इसी की तरह ABC and then I will go for PQR. But that will not help you to understand in a detailed way. है ना? Your mind will be always set like ABC is congruent to PQR, ABC is congruent to XYZ, DEF is congruent to PQR. We don't want it. We need to arrange them. We need to understand how they are arranging themselves. That is why I am trying with a different ideas. Correct. So here if you observe, BC is equals to RP. Correct. AC first and last and PQ, that is correct. That means third side is going to be AB and QR. AB and QR, yes, correct. Plus one more thing you can check, angle B and angle R. Are they at center? Yes, they are at center. Correct. So that is how we are going to check whether the given triangle is congruent or not. Every time given triangle are not going to be in the chronological order, है ना? Chronological order का मतलब in the sequence, alphabetically होना नहीं है, जरूरी नहीं है. It may go from here to there. Simple. So we can say these two triangles are congruent with the help of right angle, hypotenuse and side. That's why we called it as right RHS congruence rule. R stands for right angle, H stands for hypotenuse and S stands for side. Any one side, correct. Now here also it is not necessary that this is the side is only allowed, it could be this one also. So whenever you have a right angle triangle, always think of RHS first. Give it as a preference because it is going to be important for us. So we'll give it a preference. It is not necessary that it is going to satisfy, but it has certain more chances to be done. Correct. तो हमें एक preference देना है, and it may be or it may not be giving us the required answer, or maybe some another criteria will satisfy. But whenever we see some right angle triangle, we'll always think of RHS first. Correct. If you don't, it's okay. Somehow you will have to get there. Correct. If it satisfies side angle side or angle side angle, then it's okay. And if it doesn't, you have to go for RHS. So always in our mind it should be there. So whenever we solve any kind of triangle for its congruency, always remember that you should think of all the criteria at a time. Correct. Because whenever we are solving for the first time, so as we talked about exercise 7.1, so in that particular one we solved only side angle side or angle side angle, and when we understood particular theorem, we solved a problem to understand that theorem. So we'll definitely solve that particular criteria. But when the question comes in exam, it doesn't say that it is going to be of angle side angle or it is going to be of RHS or SSS or something like that. We need to think at that particular moment of time. So we have to be careful in such a way that all the criteria should be in the back of our mind. So when you read the question, when you draw the figure, because without figure this kind of problems can never be done. You cannot imagine that much beyond. Correct. So figure is very much necessary. Figure is helping you to get the correct idea. Go for the pattern as I am telling you. इस तरह से pattern follow करो and see which criteria it satisfies. है ना? But every criteria should be in the back of your mind, and then only you will be able to get a good amount of confidence to solve the problems of a congruent triangles. Am I clear? So this is the last congruent triangle, but this is not the end of the chapter. There are few main left topics are left. We'll do that, but to understand this theorem and the previous one, that is SSS and RHS, we'll try to solve one or two examples जिससे हमें इन theorems के साथ थोड़ा attachment मिले. Correct. And then we'll see when we are going for the exercise. Am I clear? You can pause the video and note this down. Now let's try to understand our textbook problem only, and let's go for example number 7, and you can see the question on your screen. What it is given: AB is a line segment, P and Q are points on opposite side of AB. So let me draw a figure as well. So AB is a line segment, correct? थोड़ी सी टेढ़ी हो गई, ऐसे तो टेढ़ी मेढ़ी सब चलता ही, but still AB is the line segment. P and Q are on the opposite side of AB such that each of them, P and Q, each of them is equidistant from the point A and B. So if the point P is here, then this point P is equidistant from A and B, and this point Q is as well equidistant from A and B. So these two distances are equal and these two distances are equal. See in figure. So figure is also given. So that the line PQ, okay, so we have to draw a line PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. What does that mean? If I say PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB, that means PQ is the kind of a line which divides the side AB into two equal parts, and the angle it made is become 90 degree. Correct. So I will put some point over here. Let me say this is C. The PQ divides the line AB at point C. This is the construction part which you can write easily. as per your convenient. Correct? Chalo. Now let's try to understand its solution. So what do we have? So we have PA equals to PB. We have QA equals to QB. Correct? Because question ने clearly बोला है that P and Q are equidistant from A and B. So PA PB equal, QA QB equal. Correct? And what we want to prove? What we want to prove that PQ perpendicular to AB and AC is equals to AB. Now before this, let me rub this one. Let me write a construction. Okay, let PQ intersect AB. Intersect का मतलब हम सबको पता है. Correct? Let PQ intersect AB at point C. Correct? Now what we want to prove is two things. Perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector means PQ is perpendicular to AB and bisector means AC is equals to CB. This is the two things we are supposed to find in this particular problem. Now how are we supposed to get these two things? So let's think of a way where we can get something out of it. So यहाँ पे ध्यान से देखेंगे तो we have so many triangles. Triangle APB, AQB, APC, BPC, AQC, BQC, APC. बहुत सारे triangles. There are so many triangles we have in this particular figure. Now out of those triangles, how can we select something which helps us to get the problem done? So pay attention. To get this two equal and this two 90, correct? I can consider triangle APC and PBC. Just think like this. हमें ये दोनों को equal लाना है. This two side AC and CB, and we want to get this two angle 90. So somehow I need to solve this two triangle APC and BPC. मुझे ये दोनों triangle solve करने पड़ेंगे somehow at some point. Correct? Now when I look at this two, so what I know is only that AP is equals to PB. Other than that, I don't know anything in these two triangles to be proved as a congruent. Now, okay, we know one more thing. Sorry, let's say PC common, because this is given and this is common. But we need at least three criteria na, to prove that two triangles are congruent. The third criteria कहाँ से लाएंगे? We don't know these two sides. We want to get them. We want to get this two angle 90. That is also we don't know. We don't know about this two angle. Can we know about this two angle? Definitely we can. We know one formula. We can. Correct. So we can get this two angle also equal. Correct. But if we go for something like this कि भाई ये दोनों triangle में हमें बाकी चीजें पता नहीं है, तो we cannot find this, then what can we do? Then can we somehow get these two angles equal? अब वो दोनों एंगल को इक्वल लाने के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं? हाउ कैन वी डू दिस कि भाई ये दोनों एंगल हमारे इक्वल हो? सो लेट्स टेक टू ट्राइंगल. इन ट्राइंगल PAQ and another triangle is PBQ. Why I took this two triangle? Because in this two separate triangle, देखो PAQ is this one, PBQ is this one. These two sides I know. What is that? PA equals to PB. Second, I know QA equals to QB. These both are given. Correct. So what could be the third thing we have in these two triangles? If we observe carefully, कुछ है हमारे पास common? Yes, common. What is common? PQ. So by which criteria we can say that these two triangle PAQ and PBQ get congruent? So triangle PAQ is congruent to triangle PBQ with the help of SS congruence rule. 3 times S. If I said 2 times by mistake, consider it as 3 times SSS congruence rule. So this is how we are supposed to utilize the congruence rule of side, side, side. This is the example for side, side, side. We'll go for this one also. Now once I get to know that all the sides are equal, so I get to know that these two triangles are congruent, and if those two triangles are congruent, I can easily say that these two angles are equal. Correct. That is angle APQ is equals to BPQ by CPCT. Now आप में से शायद few of you may think like, sir, why only consider these two? Can we consider these two? Yes, we can. Definitely. But when we are considering these two, then instead of taking these two upper triangle, we have to take these two lower triangle. Still we can get to the answer. Correct? By taking these two lower triangles, again you are supposed to find these two equal and this angle 90. Same thing. So this two angle will also helpful. This side I know, this angle I know, this side I can find. It's common. So again by SSS. Correct? So now I am going to take this triangle. That's why I have written here. I know these two things. And from this over here, I know that angle APC is equals to angle BPC from above या from CPCT. Correct? हमने CPCT से ये लिखा. Now once I get to know this equal, so patiently देखेंगे क्या हो रहा है. Side, angle and side. So by which criteria this becomes APC congruent to BPC by SAS rule, side angle side congruence rule. Now once I get to know this is congruent, जैसे ही मुझे पता चला, always check this order is correct or not. How we are going to check? AP and PB correct, PC correct, and angle APC and BPC, that is also correct. So that's what we got. Now once I got to know that these two triangles are congruent, I can easily say, what I can say, that कहाँ लिखे? चलो यहाँ लिख लेते हैं. That by CPCT from these two triangles I can easily say that AC is equals to BC. This is our first answer. AC equals to BC. Second, by CPCT we are getting that angle PCA is equals to angle PCB. This is second I am getting, but both of them are with the help of CPCT. But that's okay that हमें ये दोनों angle equal मिले. That doesn't mean they are 90. How can we say they are 90? So to make it 90, what we can do is we have just a simple understanding for that from the chapter number 6. क्या था हमने सीखा था कि when a ray is standing on a line, that means linear pair axiom, that is ACP plus angle BCP is equals to 180 degree. Linear pair axiom. Correct? And we know that both of them are equal, so I can say twice of ACP equals to 180. That means angle ACP equals to 90 degree. Therefore, PQ is perpendicular to AB. This is your answer number 2. है ना? ये दो इक्वेशन है, ये आपका आंसर नंबर 1. This is second equation और ये आपका आंसर नंबर 2. That we got PQ is perpendicular to AB as well as PQ bisect AB. So AC equals to BC. Are you getting? It's a very, very, very important and a very standard problem you can have in your exam. Very, very important. बहुत ज़्यादा. Oh, V नीचे लिख दिया, important चलेगा. You need to understand that this question is very important for the exam point of view, and you should be preparing this question in a good manner. Correct? So this is how it is supposed to solve. Now the thinking process is very important. As I told you, कि आप में से किसी ने बोला था कि sir, instead of this two angle, if I want to make this two angle equal as a CPCT, you can do that. And I told you again, I am telling you, कि then you have to consider this two lower triangle in which these two sides are equal. This angle is going to be equal, and this common side is going to be there. So side angle side से ये दोनों congruent triangle हो जाएंगे, and once we get them as congruent triangles, I can easily say by CPCT these two equal and these two angles are equal. Same way, and these two angles are equal. That doesn't mean they are 90. So how we are going to do? Same thing. Linear pair axiom. Angle ACQ and BCQ का sum 180. Linear pair axiom. Both are equal, so twice 90, and we can easily say PQ perpendicular to AB. Correct? So with a different kind, with different approach, we can solve this kind of problem very easily. ये criteria समझने के लिए ये question बहुत important है. To understand side. Correct? If you understood this, then let's go for the another example in which we are going to see for the RHS congruence rule. So you can pause the video and note it down. Now let's have a look at example number 8. What does it say? P is a point equidistant from two lines L and M intersecting at point A. See figure. So we have the figure. So that the line AP bisect the angle between them. So what we are supposed to find is this two angle equal. That is what our required criteria is. Now if you look at the figure has given few things to us to understand. Correct. So first we know that two lines L and M intersecting at point A. First thing we know that. Correct. Now if we look at the figure, so we can easily say that AP, not AP actually, PB. So PB is perpendicular to L and PC is perpendicular to M and PB equals to PC given. And what we want to prove? We want to prove that the AP bisect the angle between them. So this is AP. It bisects the angle between them. So we want to prove angle BAP is equals to CAP. Now how are we supposed to prove this particular problem? Correct. So if we look at the figure, so here it helps directly because it has only two triangles and we can easily understand that those two triangles will only help us. So triangle ABP and triangle ACP. These two triangles will definitely going to help us because other than that we don't have any triangles जो हम congruent prove कर सके. Now in those two triangles we already know that PB equals to PC given. Second, angle PBA is equals to angle PCA, each 90 degree. Correct. So this is two things we have in the figure. Now what could be the third criteria? Third criteria is going to be very good. Those who said PA common. Correct. Now looking at all the criteria, what we have, this angle, this side, and this is hypotenuse. Pay attention properly. This AP is going to be the hypotenuse in both the triangles. So what we can say is that we have one right angle, we have hypotenuse, and we have one of the side. That means by which criteria this got proved as a congruent triangle? By RHS. Which triangle we did? Triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP by RHS congruence rule. We'll check whether we have written correct or not. So PB equals to PC, right? PA correct. So that means BP equals to CP. वो भी है ना, ये रहा. Oh, that means AB equals to AC. But that is not the required criteria. Our required criteria by CPCT is that angle BAP is equals to angle CAP by CPCT, and that is what we want to prove. And this is how we get. Are you getting? But this particular question intention is to make you understand how we are going to solve a problem having congruence criteria as RHS. Right angle, hypotenuse, side. So I told you whenever you have a right angle ना, always keep in mind कि ये RHS से हो सकता है. I told you many times at that time also कि जरूरी नहीं है, it is not necessary, but yes there may be chances that it can be done with the help of RHS congruence rule whenever the given two triangles are right angle. We have another criteria, I know that, but still correct. So this is how we are supposed to solve this kind of a problem, and I hope you are getting the familiar with this concept of SSS and RHS. Correct. Please make sure that you do this kind of problem in a very neat and clean way. आप अच्छे से अपनी नोट में कॉपी करना. And if you do understood the concepts and the problems, please press a like button so that मुझे feedback मिले कि हाँ आपको समझ में आ रहा है. And if you have not subscribed my channel yet, then please do subscribe it. And thank you so much for watching.